I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Howdy doody. It's showtime. So what we're going to do is something very, very basic that needs to be done to your steel trimmers on a semi-regular basis. I don't know. There's probably, I don't read manuals. And I'm sure there's a guideline for how often to do this, but I don't know what it is. And it's just every so often I think, hey, I need to do that. I hadn't done that in a while. So let's take a look at it. I've got my trimmer here. Getting ready to get started this morning, and I've already kind of knocked the dust off of it. But you see right there, that little bolt, okay? And what we're going to do is, anytime if you've ever bought any kind of steel equipment, they always give you this handy dandy, well, this is not easy to do in one hand. There we go. They always give you this handy dandy little tool. And admittedly, I probably got way too many of these sitting around. So what you want to do, that's I think that's a number 27 Torx bit, what that is, I think, if I remember right. Get your little, and remember these are like for your spark plug, and I forget what this is for. I'm sure it has a purpose. But anyway, it's not what we're using right now. And just break that little jewel loose right there. And she'll come out, and I'm just going to set that off to the side right there. And then, if you will visit your steel dealer, they have these little tubes of lube. All right. And what you want to do with this is Super Lube. Super Lube, Super Lube, Super Lube FS. You want to take that cap off. That's how I do that. So gracefully with my thumb and my forefinger. And look at here. That threaded end. It goes right in there. Oh my gosh. So the next thing you want to do, and this is going to be real hard to do one-handed. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to see the tripod do this. What you want to do, you're just going to have to use your imagination with me here, is you want to start squeezing that in from the bottom. Okay. Get you a little bit in there, and then you really want to be rotating this head with one hand while you're squeezing that in at the same time. Tell you what, so I know that I do this right, and you kind of, your theater of the mind is telling you how to do this. I'm gonna put the phone down for a second here. Wait a minute, I'm not kidding. All sooky right there. Sit there. Come on, sit there. And I'm going to work that in. Doesn't take much because that's not a very big space to take lube in there to start with. And that ought to do it. That'll do it pretty good. All right. We'll unscrew that. And we'll put our cap back on. And then we will put our nut back in, or screw, or fastener, or whatever you want to call it. Don't cross thread it. Get her good and tight there. And, woo, she's done. How about that? How about that? And we'll just put that back in there where it goes. Lock her back up. Lock her up. And voila! Don't have to worry about that for a while. All right, guys. Tell you what. If you'll hang tight, we might get some mowing footage today. I know. I'm just as shocked as you are. All right. Hang on. I'll check back with you tomorrow. Well, all right, guys, that wraps the day up. I'm back here putting everything up. It's been trying to sprinkle rain on me for the last hour or so, and there's a very, very thin line of rain moving in from the west. So that's going to about do it. Hey, maybe it'll be another 8 months before I do another video. Never can tell. But while you're here, I'd appreciate if you would leave me a big thumbs up on the video. And if you have not yet done so, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and ring the notify bell so that you'll know when there's new content on the channel. And for all things Yard Boy, head on over to www.theyardboy.net. Whoever that guy is in South Carolina with theyardboy.com, I'm coming for you. And hey, y'all keep them straight out there now, you hear?
Howdy doody,